Now, we had a conversation about how our families reacted
Yes.
or are currently reacting to us reaching a point where we have recognized that when we share, we heal and we can live in life after abuse. How has that experience been for you?
I think for family it's hard, especially because, it was my grandfather. This is the patriarch of an entire family. So I think for them, they choose to try to silence me because they feel some sort of shame or guilt that maybe they feel bad they weren't there for me, or maybe he abused them and they can't, admitting that it happened to me is admitting that it happened to them. Now, he did abuse my mother, and she, for years, was silenced. They moved her out of the state, and they told her if she ever talked about it, all these bad things would happen to her. And they tried to do the same thing to me, and they still do. It's verbal attacks, and it's very painful. It's almost more painful than dealing with what happened to me, is that your family is saying, no, just make this go away. But you can't. That's what people don't understand.
And so, unfortunately, sometimes you can't trust your family to be your support, which is why I think it's really important to connect survivors with other survivors.
Yes.
Which is why I love what God has purposed me to do. That this conversation with you, the conversation I have with Rosemary, the conversation I have with each and every survivor who feels that they can trust me enough to share those things with me, that's healing for me as well.
Yes.
Recognizing that we are not alone.
No.
Do you know how huge that is? Do you know how much weight that lifts off our
Probably
shoulders?
could have changed my life as a young person to
no
have
judgment.
Had an outlet. Like, who do you tell? That's the biggest question for young people and adults, but especially children. If you're, someone living in your home is hurting you, who do you tell? Especially if there's other kinds of abuse, physical abuse and emotional abuse. They're terrified. They really, especially as teenagers, they need a way to express themselves and stop it from turning into something else.